I just hiked up the beach wall from over there, and I found a cool little spot. I did not know this was here, but now I know. It's like a little sanctuary almost. I'm just hiking down here. I'm just hiking down here into this little valley, and it's absolutely beautiful. Fresh tracks. You can see, like, when the wind blows, it makes these little marks in the sand where the root thing is. It's like a little half circle. Oh, someone had a view there. Also, I don't know if you guys could see it, but the moon's right above me. It's about a half moon today. You could almost make a little sundial right here if you wanted. Wow. I mean, aside from the trash, that is so cool. There's a little shelter here. Wow, now that is a beautiful sight. If you can't tell, all the way down there is we're probably about 100 feet above the sea level. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful weather today, and I know the microphone picks up a lot of the ocean sounds, so I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it's about like 70 degrees right now. Not too much wind, really minimal amount of wind today. This is like perfect. It's amazing, actually. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be watching the sunset right here. Unload all this stuff from my pocket, and this sand dollar can go here. I'm not sure what these markings really mean. Looks like whoever has come here had a few of these things, but they didn't seem to last too long. Kind of hiking through the woods here. So beautiful. This is an amazing spot. I never knew this was here, and all I'm gonna say is that I'll be back very soon, because this looks like a perfect spot to camp, especially for someone that's never been camping before. I wasn't expecting to record today. I just brought my GoPro along to just film and see how everything looked on it with 4K. I'm gonna go sit in the shelter. I hope no one else finds this. It's kind of tricky to get up here. It's definitely a leg burner. But there's a lot of flies around here, so I probably wouldn't want to sleep just under this like twig area, but I could definitely see myself chilling in here and watching the sun go down and stuff like that. I'll be back soon. Hello guys, I just earlier today decided that I was gonna go on a backpacking trip, and so I kind of, once 5 o'clock rolled around on Friday, I kind of just packed up and left. I'm just walking along this railroad right here, and there's this little path, and then the highway's over there. But it looks pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to my spot yet by the time the sun goes down, but that's okay, I guess. I mean, it's all part of it. This isn't like a true proper backpacking trip because it's only a couple miles to the spot and back. But I just wanted to test out everything, like my bag and stuff. On a shorter trip, which is just gonna be overnight and then back. I just parked in a random parking lot by a store, and then there's this path that goes along the highway, but I'm just going next to the path. It looks like there's a little sign here. Oh, here it is. Here's the other path, I guess. Here's the path that I was looking for. There's two paths that go on the highway, and one of them's like right next to it. And here's the other one. But I'm getting a little hot, so I'm probably gonna have to take off my jacket. I walked probably, I want to say a quarter mile. I didn't walk so far yet, but the waist strap is definitely tight on my waist, but it holds a lot of the weight, so it kind of works out in my favor. I did a little bit of a back workout yesterday too, so my back's a little sore, but I kind of wanted it to be a challenge. I wanted to feel painful. I wanted to feel the pain of this trip. Today's not the best weather. Today is not good weather today. It might rain, and I kind of knew that before I went on the trip because I wanted to make it more difficult. The reason I wanted to make it more difficult for myself is because I want to get out of my comfort zone mainly, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm a little bit further down the path and I have a little bit more coverage from the highway that's over there, but I can kind of see way over there the area that I'm gonna try to make it to. I can still see that the sun's up, and I checked my phone and I have probably another hour and 20 minutes to make it there, which should be no problem. But yeah, I always keep checking behind me because I don't want anyone sneaking up on me. It's more of the bikers that kind of can sneak up on you, but yeah, I'm just out here living life. Lately, I just haven't been feeling this whole thing about working in a cubicle all day, every day. And since I started my job in the cubicles, it's just, my life feels like it's been passing me by. It's already April, and it's just been tough, like, to be motivated, because it feels like I'm almost working to live instead of living. I'm just working. I'm just been enjoying the walk so far. I mean, since I've taken off my sweatshirt it's definitely been more enjoyable. I've gotten to this point in the path before, starting from the other side way over there and then coming this direction. And then there's like this military bunkers over there. You probably can't see them, but this is pretty much an old military base, and they built these like bunkers into the sand dunes, so they're like hidden from the shore, and the planes probably can't see it as well. But it's been out of commission for a very long time. I feel like they used them more in like World War II or something like that, or the Cold War. And also a lot of this land was a firing range, and it was just, this whole area was a military base. If you ever go to CSUMB, well, I was gonna say if you ever go to CSUMB, there was these old buildings if you drove towards like the shore area, which is where the military bunkers were, like where they would sleep in, where everyone would sleep and train and stuff like that. But I think they've torn them all down, I think, and they're building new housing there. So yeah, it's not the same as it used to be, but anyways, I'm gonna keep on going this way, and I have a little bit more confidence now that I can make it before sunset, but we'll see what happens. It's pretty windy out, but I finally made it to where I'm trying to go. The sunset is happening in like 20 minutes, but the clouds are blocking the sun out, so I still got some daylight, but it's not bright daylight. I forgot where my secret spot was, so I'm gonna have to try to find it again, and I hope that it doesn't take me too long, because I need to get camp set up before it's too late. But you know, even if it does turn to nighttime, it's no big deal. I was more worried about getting onto the beach by sunset, so I think we had just perfect timing. Even though it's dark and gloomy out, it looks really cool. I'll catch up when I get to camp. I made it to the spot, and I'm gonna set down my backpack here and set up camp. It's way more windy than I thought it would be here, but I think that's okay. I just packed up a lot of sand, and so I'm pretty tired, but gotta keep moving. Feels weird not having all that extra weight on me, but here I'm gonna set up a little time lapse of me setting up camp. and I put this a blue thing over it because it's windy, and this side is not able to work basically because you have to extend it out super far like that. And I put it next to this hill, so I hope it doesn't cause problems. And I don't know if I did this right, but I basically, I mean, I don't know if these stakes are really not working out for me. They're like coming out of the ground, and I don't think they're made for sand. They're made for like hard dirt, and so like I've been like pushing them in, and then I'll notice that one like pops out. So I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers that this will work for the day, or for the night at least. I don't want this thing to come off and then all the wind be blowing through here, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the wind is not as bad as it was, but it's still really bad. Like when I was setting it up, I put the blue thing over there, and I was doing the normal staking of the tent, and then this the blue thing actually ended up blowing all the way over there, and I was sprinting at it up this hill as fast as I could, and it was blowing away faster than I could run, and then I ended up not being able to get it, and then it got caught luckily on some sticks. So if this thing blew away, I wouldn't have anywhere to sleep really, because the inside of this is just mesh. So, but from what I'm noticing now, all the stakes seem to be like somewhat working, and I hope it stays that way for at least the night. And I'm definitely not going to be using these stakes ever again, for sand at least. I thought they'd be fine because I didn't think it'd be windy in here with all the, I'm in this little sanctuary area with all the mountains covering the wind, but it's still windy in here. Anyways, I'm gonna try to go inside of my tent, and I'm gonna probably take a little break and maybe have like a snack and set up everything in here. But yeah, I hope this stays. My shoes are full of sand, and my tent is full of sand too. But it's nice and warm in here actually. Yeah, here's my humble abode for the night. Pretty good. I don't think you guys can see me, so I'm gonna hang up my little lantern and that's a light. Yeah, I got a little light on my GoPro, but yeah, this is what it's like in here. This side is flapping around, but it's okay. And then this lower part of the tent that goes up to here is at least like not like see-through like up here, so there's actually not that much wind coming in here, which is nice. Alright, so I set up my bed and my tent, and here it is. I got my little pillow, my Nemo pillow, and the Nemo pad, and it's still windy. I'm not sure whether or not the stakes gave out yet on those. I'm gonna go out and check in a little bit, but I'm getting a little hungry, so I might try to use my little thing. I'm not sure if I could use it inside the tent or not, but if not, I could just eat my oranges and fruits and stuff. And I brought a chicken breast that's already cooked, so I could just eat that and not make this jambalaya. But yeah, I have a feeling it might be hard to sleep with this wind, but on the other hand, it might not be that bad. I'm just hoping that it eventually gets a little bit better, because this is a little bit rough. But that's kind of what I was looking for, so alright, I'm gonna go out and check real quick. Alright, so I'm out here, and surprisingly, the strings are still attached securely, and everything's good, I think. I'm gonna tuck in this so it doesn't flap around as much, and then I'm gonna kick a bunch of sand up here so that the wind doesn't go in there. I think that'll help a lot because I don't want no wind getting in there and putting more stress on the tent. And I'll probably do that all the way around just for fun. One thing that I have a hard time with is feeling dirty. I remember going camping as a kid, and that's like kind of the main thing that I don't really like is my hands feeling dirty and stuff. So I'm looking forward to changing my clothes and getting my baby wipes and wiping myself down. I'm just really hoping that this stuff doesn't come loose, because I do not want to wake up in the middle of the night and have to come out here. So I'm gonna try to maybe bury this a little bit if I can. I think that'll help out a lot. Make a little sand berm here. Alright, so I turned the light on the GoPro up so it's really bright now, but you can kind of see that I tucked in everything. And in here I also kicked the sand up so that it's really tight. Now the whole tent isn't moving as much, I feel like. I may also do this lower blue part too. I made it much more stable. I'm gonna try to crawl in here again, and I'm gonna try to maybe cook inside here. I don't know, that's a little unsafe, but we'll see what happens, you know. Right, so this thing's cooking pretty good, I would say. Might turn it up a little bit, but I don't want to waste the fuel because this stuff has to kind of simmer for a little bit. You can see it's moving around in there a little bit. One thing I realized is that I completely forgot my food utensils, so I am going to be using a bottom of a toothbrush to stir it every now and then, and I'm gonna have to probably eat this with my fingers or something, so that's fine. I wiped off my hands with a baby wipe, so I feel a little bit cleaner now. And here's the chicken breast right there, and then I had this little thing called the It's It, or That's It, and it just has like a fruit puree that's dried or something. And then for tomorrow I brought some instant oatmeal. I'm not a huge fan of oatmeal after realizing that it sort of steals the minerals from your body, but it's fine for camping, I'd say. And then I'm cooking the Zatarain's right there, so I dumped some out on the ground because it's like all powder and I wanted to get to the rice and stuff. So I'm not sure how strong this is going to be. I hope it's okay because I'm not following the directions. I just poured water in here and poured the mix in. It should turn out fine. I just probably have to simmer this on low for about 20 minutes or so. I don't know how long this gas will last, but we'll see. That's kind of what this trip is for, is just to kind of figure out how this stuff works. And yeah, I hope this turns out good though. It looks pretty good. It's nice and warm and can't really complain. But yeah, might start pulling this apart and throwing it in there. Might as well, you know. I'm just playing some music right now and hanging out, and it's actually pretty enjoyable. It's pretty relaxing, even though it's windy and all. It's actually pretty relaxing. I'm glad that this outdoor area in the tent worked well, because I did not want to sit outside and cook right now, and this is way easier. Dang, it's on like the lowest heat and it's still like boiling it. I'm gonna turn it really low so it doesn't waste my gas. I'm just gonna peel this and throw it in there. Lately, sometimes I just get all I'll start thinking too much and stuff like that. And what I've been thinking about is the fact that we were never really meant to be on this earth to like do the things that we're doing, like as a species, like working and stuff. We weren't really meant to like go work. We sit in a cubicle for 8 hours a day, and then it's just a disaster, really, because we like live to, we're not really living, you know? Like, yeah, we get to, after work, we get to go home and have a house and shit, but we're just paying for a house that we're not even living in, basically. Like, we pay for a house just so that we could live, so that we could go to work. I also been feeling like I just want to go on like a journey. I want to like go on, there's a trail called the Pacific Crest Trail, and it goes from Mexico to Canada. And I was thinking about that lately, like, what if one day I could do that? And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get any younger, and things are not gonna ever be easy. You know, there's always gonna be an excuse to not do something. So, you know, why am I sitting here at my job that I don't like? Why am I sitting at a job that I don't enjoy when I could be living my life? Like, I'm only here for so long. But there's another part of me that, you know, like most people have, where they understand that that's just kind of that's all we got, you know? That's all we got is just to work or something. Which is sad, because everyone's soul doesn't really want to be doing this stuff. We all have things that we want to do in our life, but everyone always thinks that they should wait to do them. And I don't want to fall victim to that too, because when are we going to ever have time to do stuff? When are we ever going to have time to go start a business, go on a journey, do like just travel across the world and all this stuff? Like, we're only going to be getting older, and by the time you retire, do you genuinely think that you're going to be able to fucking do anything? You're going to be disabled, basically, sitting in a chair. I mean, this doesn't sound all that great, you know? I hope this isn't fucked. Probably going to have to dump out the water and put some fucking, I probably shouldn't, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should not have dumped out my food right here, right next to my tent. I wanted to like go back to my purpose, I guess. And my purpose is not, I don't know what my purpose is, but I know that sitting down at a cubicle is not it. Every week of your life, you have 7 days. If you're trading 5 of your days out of your 7 days to go work so that you could exchange it for 2 days out of the week, it's a bad trade. It's a bad deal. I would like to somehow make it in my life so that I can trade less than 50% of my time for work and the rest to be free time and do whatever I want. At least it seems fair to me. It's all part of your journey, I guess, is to realize like where you want to be and all that. So I just feel like a lot of people don't realize where they want to be in their life, and they get to the end of it and they're like, damn, I just, you know, no one gets to the end of their life and is like, man, I really wish I worked more or something like that. The relationships you have and the experiences you have are what matters in your life. So I don't see the point in working anymore. Like, yeah, it's the only way I could afford a house and stuff like that, but it's just dumb. And I also mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I want to get out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I've been spending a lot of my time just in my comfort zone, and it's, you know, not something that I intentionally do, but yeah, I think we all need to do that a little bit more. That's why I kind of started wanting to go. That's why I wanted to start doing these backpacking trips. Alright, so here's what it looks like on the inside. It's like rice with beans on the bottom, and then chicken chunks, and it's nice and warm and soupy kind of. And I'm just eating it with my special ivory knife, and I'm just jabbing the meat with it and then eating it. I wish I could eat some of the rice and beans, but obviously that doesn't work out well when you're eating with a knife. It's still pretty windy, but I wanted to update you guys. I'm still eating, but I got the cap off that I took off this propane bottle, and I stabbed through it. Boom, now I have a spoon. So I just put on my pajamas and my new shirt, and I have sand. There's sand all over everything, all in here. I'm gonna clean up and swipe all this sand off my sleeping thing, and I'm going to lay down and try to read some of this book that my girlfriend bought for herself, and then I took it because she left it at my house. Something kind of funny I thought of is that it's literally warmer in my tent than when I'm at my fucking house. Like, how does this tent keep me warmer than my house? Like, I always have to like turn up the heater and shit, and like I'm always cold in my house, but out here for some reason I'm not cold at all. I'm just in a t-shirt and I'm just chilling outside, like in the fucking 50-degree weather, high wind, and I'm just chilling in a tent, no problem. Like, how does that work? Anyways, I went outside also, and I went to the bathroom and did all that, and it's definitely a lot windier on outside, like on the top of the mountain, like sand dune areas, and this makes this look like nothing. Some of the stakes have been coming out. That one on the corner came out a couple times, and then this one came out, but I dug down deeper and put it in some heavier grade sand under the ground, and I think that helped a little bit. And then that one is mostly because I come in and out the door and then I bump it out of place, but it's been holding pretty good. I buried the other side with the sand, and everything is sealed up pretty good. Alright, so I cleaned up a little bit, and I'm in my sleeping bag. It's a little dark on the GoPro because I don't have the light on, but I'm in my sleeping bag now, and I just have the little inflatable pump lantern on, and that's the perfect amount of light for right now. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading a little bit, and then probably gonna hit the hay within like an hour or so. But yeah, I've been enjoying this a lot so far, and I thought I'd be more scared, but I'm not really scared at all. I'm a little scared, but it's nothing like crazy. It's just like, you know, whatever. I don't think there's animals out here or people, so nothing can really happen. Alright guys, I just woke up. There's not a whole lot of wind now, so that was nice. One thing that was happening last night was on this side of the tent there's like sand or something blowing in, and it was like hitting my face, so I turned around onto this side. Luckily, it wasn't happening. I actually feel pretty good, not gonna lie, but I could probably sleep for another hour or two. I'm not sure how realistic that is. I don't know why it's not windy right now, but okay. So surprisingly, all the strings held overnight. I thought that they for sure came loose last night when the wind was getting pretty bad, but I think the wind was like just blowing this sand up through here and it was just going in. Honestly, for how bad the conditions were, it really was not too bad to sleep in here, and I honestly didn't feel scared or anything. I mean, I was definitely conscious of, like, obviously if someone was doing something to my tent, I would probably notice. This is what it's looking like outside. It's pretty beautiful. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get a nice time lapse of the sunrise, so I think that'll be pretty sweet. Yeah, so the sun is not going to come out with these clouds. I packed a lot of the things up, a couple things left, but I'm going to take down this blue part and then pack it up.
I've been waking up at sunrise. I woke up from the light that's been coming through my window. We all got to make sacrifice, but no one really knows.
So I packed everything up. I'm gonna eat my orange and my banana over there. I'll be heading out pretty soon. Alright guys, so I'm heading out now. I just packed everything up and I'm leaving the campsite.
It was yesterday. No pain, no sorrow. Yesterday was yesterday. I'll be gone till tomorrow. Yesterday was yesterday. Up into the sun. Take a trip to the other side. See the people getting out, all good, no evil. I once starting another life.
I'm just honestly surprised about how calm it is right now. Like, all the wind is gone right when I'm leaving the campsite. It was a pretty good experience, I'd say. The one thing I wish was different was, you know, obviously I wish there was less wind, but also I wish that there was less clouds. But like I said earlier, I kind of didn't want to wait any longer to have a perfect Friday to go camping. I just wanted to do it even if it was raining and stuff out. This is the way I came in, but honestly I kind of want to just walk along the beach, and it looks like it'd be a little bit shorter. There's a bunch of sand underneath both the pads of the shoe. And they seem pretty close together too. So everyone's just walking or something, maybe. So I'm sitting here on this bench that someone made. It's pretty cool. And I was just wanting to take a moment and sit here and watch the ocean and stuff like that, because I feel like I've been going, like, after I finish one thing, I'd be going on to the next thing, and it's making me go too fast on the trip, so I'm just taking a minute to enjoy. If I had like enough food, I feel like I could go for a few days, so I'll definitely have to plan something for the future. One thing I wanted to say is that it's amazing to be somewhere where there's not anyone around. I like the feeling of being alone, but in like nature. Another thing I was thinking about is how beautiful this place is, and it's so beautiful that it almost doesn't seem real, or there's some kind of disconnect. Like, I can't really put into perspective how beautiful it is. Alright guys, so I just made it back home. I got to the car and I was really tired. I felt like my body feels just kind of physically exhausted. It was probably about a 1 or 2 mile walk on the beach, so I wanted to weigh my backpack, but I kind of unpacked it. It was probably around 30 to 40 pounds, it felt like. I'm making some eggs and avocado with cantaloupe, and then I'm cooking rice with sausage, and I'll have that with avocado a little bit later. And I'm excited to hop in the shower. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thank you.